is your delay set to 5? And I was like, what are you talking about? And God, so mad. So mad. But that figures. But also I haven't been streaming a lot this year because this year's just sucked so far. So,
I think we're streaming right now. Looks like we're live, baby. West Coast, what's up? Top 8 for the West Coast World Warrior. We are out here. My name is Saquon. I'm joined with the illustrious legend that himself, excuse me, James Shin. Brother, how you doing?
Well, I mean, apparently this year has sucked really badly for me. But Street Fighter has been going great. Let me tell you, the Street Fighter 6 action has been intense basically everywhere you go, right? Like everything has just been so strong, and just all the matches are ridiculous, and I feel like the game is just like in absolutely one of the best states that it possibly can right now. So
I agree. In fact, we're getting a look at that variety, and a lot of top 8s we've seen from around the world, and all the World Warriors in the Midwest and the East Coast, and even in this one right here. Let's take a look at the bracket and take a little view at how different it is. Talk to me about this winner side.
Guy, I mean, again, one of the interesting things here is that you're going to see that is completely missing from this top 8 bracket here is Zach Boz, who is currently in first place. But apparently, according to Mr. Valle, Zach Boz forgot to enter on Monday. So that is why he is not here. But obviously with Samurai, veteran, been playing since Street Fighter 4. Enzo, one of the new kids on the block. JB, very strong East Coast transplant, formerly terrorizing NLBC, then has made it out here and has been terrorizing us since. And then Mike X, who, if I remember last time, was the one that busted out the Elena and did some work. And I remember you and I were just talking about how we think Elena, very underrated character.
I also think Chun-Li is also super underrated, and we've seen some of that with Filipinoman. Doma on the Kim. YJK and iPeru round out the rest of this top bracket. Shouts out to iPeru, still running the Lily. I had a chat with him over at EVO, and I'm like, man, they hope they give you a grappler that can really suit your style and that is really, really good. But I mean, a lot of characters in this game are really, really good. They just run into maybe difficult matchups that are kind of hard for them. And iPeru was still able to make it this top spot. But once again, going back to how there's a lot of variety of players, I feel like it's a matter of people just getting emboldened, getting better at the game, and there's no like, oh, I'm leading the pack in general all the time now. Like, we have dominant players still on the West Coast or in the Midwest and all the other places, but there are people that are getting to that level. They're getting on that same sort of area. And right now, even though he didn't enter, he is still in first place. We'll see how that all changes a little bit later on. Chris T after that, Samurai, Chrissy CH, Nephew, Noah the Prodigy, Enzo the Hokage, and Axel are your top 8 so far. And right below, Filipinoman and JB.
Yeah, the problem here for Zach Boz, obviously, is the top 3 totals, and you see this is the 3rd week. So the good thing is that missing a week is not going to harm him if he can just do well in weeks number 4 and 5 again, right? So at least you don't have to be for all 5 weeks. So it's just the top 3 placings, the top 3 points that you have. But obviously after this week, he will all of a sudden fall very far behind because he missed a week. However, as soon as they get to week 4, even if somebody plays all 4 weeks and Zach Boz has only played 3, he'll catch right back up as soon as he gets that 3rd score.
They saw it out here, but it's hard in these streets. No matter what World Warrior it is, it seems that the top picks of last time are not always the top picks this time. So we'll see who stays fine out here. Top 8 people, that means 1st to 3 all the way through. I know y'all like that promised land, and we as commentators like that, having a little more action to be able to commentate. And, we'll see what happens. Cool to see JB out here in the top spot. Nephew not making it out here again. Some of the other players meets out again. It's hotly contested.
Yep. All right. So, as we said, our first match that we're going to get is going to be Samurai versus Enzo. Really curious to see how this one's going to go because, Samurai obviously has a history of playing the Ryu and the Akuma. A lot of people have been talking about how good Ryu is now. But it's interesting because Samurai has been sticking with the Akuma, and now we have Enzo the Hokage working the Sagat.
Oh, yes, sir. He's been playing that in a lot of tournaments. Also, I saw him on Hamad stream getting as much tech as possible with the character. I feel like I've seen him more on the Sagat than any other Shoto or any other mine like that. I like the fake. I like they're using the knee to call it the tap parry attempt. Get the throw right after it. That drop gauge is getting depleted. Samurai holding parry to get the juice up.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool, like a really nice tactic for Sagat. He has all these nice little knee setups, etc., etc. But by switching to the light knees, a lot of the times he can fade out the drive parry attempts and get the throw.
That fireball, not able to do so. Gonna go for the medium version of the Nexus. Wow, Samurai pressing a button right after. Shimming with that great back and forward walk speed, will get back thrown in the corner.
Alright, let's see what Samurai Dude can fight his way out of here. As the long range from Sagat is what makes it so much harder to bust out of the corner from here, because anything you whip and he's got a whip punish and you're dead. I mean, seriously, like the amount of damage that Sagat does is ridiculous.
Yeah, Miro is too. He's not the switch to shot. Perfect parry on the knee. Reacted perfectly. Level 2, yeah, just to ensure it's the end. Using the appearance in Samurai. First round. It was a grindy match, and it came down to that. Turn it blue.
I honestly have no idea how Samurai called out that knee and just had the perfect parry ready to go. It might have just been a reaction perfect parry. That he just saw something moving forward, he was like, parry, and it worked out for him. But what a perfect parry, that was insane.
The perfect block too as well. OD adamant playing top two, but double the damage, not going for no safe jump setup. Still has him right where he wants him, that's up in the corner. Get back up just a little bit, just to get another whip punish. I was gonna talk about how he can fill up the bar, he can get it back in the arena, go for a fireball, go band to band, but that level 2 is gonna land himself a first game Samurai. Knowing the effective ranges of the character, you're already talking about that, backs up, finds a whip punish, gets the first game on the board.
Right, so now Enzo decides to stick with the Sagat, and I like this because Enzo has been fishing around with different characters recently, and I think a little bit of it is because, you know, a lot of the Ken players are, you know, don't have as much faith in the character as before, so I think he's just trying to switch around and find somebody, and maybe Sagat is a potential here, so I think it's a good idea to just keep using him win or lose at this point, especially because it's only top 3 to get you the points, right?
Yes, sir, yeah. And I do like that Enzo's already been spending a lot of time in this character, that you can see it in the play. You see him in the mid-range right there, holding his ground in the corner, being able to get the effective whip punch on the crouching medium punch. Samurai does have some matchup knowledge on his own. That's going to be Oki right there. Goes for the crouching medium kick drive rush to ensure a +2 scenario.
Right.
Oh, get
whip punish. Yeah, that was really nice. A whip punish on that tiger knee. And here we go, gonna get the juggle all the way into the corner here. So how is Enzo gonna be able to fight his way out of this? And again, it's just great to have this long range buttons over here, and makes it harder to keep Sagat in the corner, but the demon flip is gonna let Samurai get in, and we're gonna have another level 2 finish here.
Samurai's so smart, looking for that fireball, knowing that there's a hell of a lot of recovery in that low shot. Enzo's gotta be careful throwing that sucker out. Even the OD, you see, like, get dive kicked and again, oh my lord, how many times? That wasn't OD, but it still was another dive kick that gets a low fireball.
Oh, catches him with a step low. Back throw into the corner here. Ooh. Good back dash right there to avoid the throw. Oh, a side switch. I'm not sure if that's what Samurai was going for, but might have been. Clearly you saw Enzo just wasn't ready to whip punish. That's a huge risk, but again, the perfect parry into the demon flip. If you like throwing projectiles back to back, you have to be worried about that perfect parry into the instant jump.
That even just the demon flip itself, projectile involved, easily able to cut through any sort of projectile pressure. If he reads the template of fireballs, it's gonna be better for him, and Samurai needs some OD gates to try to keep Enzo at bay. He's trying to dog walk him towards the corner, but Enzo doesn't have a lot of life to give. Counter conversion, back fierce fireball drive rush. Target combo, DP level 3. Really? Enzo putting all the bar, spinning everything at the bottom to get himself back in the green and get a lead.
Yeah, he's got to do it, because now he's got a great position. Just gets him with the overhead, but it was a counter hit. Samurai actually didn't get hit crouching. He was standing. He pressed something and got hit.
What if it was like a jab? Try to interrupt that. Kuma has one of the best jabs in the business to do so. But man, Enzo coming through with the green stuff. I mean, I think you got to get active with this character. You see it right there with the step kick, drive rush overhead, things like that. You got to engage. It's no longer about the zoning full screen with Sagat anymore. You got to get mid-range to get aggressive when you can.
Yeah, I mean, again, Sagat, the amount of damage that he deals. Oh my god. Oh man.
Your max man.
I feel like ever since the DLC kind of started, like around season 2 and such, like Bison and then Akuma and Terry, even Elena, Sagat, like they all do so much damage.
The difference though for Sagat is this, a lot of it's like meterless, so he gets to keep it until he gets in the corner and then dump it out there. So it feels like it's even more because he always has those resources. Elena's kind of similar, but still. Enzo has the proper routing to get things done. Samurai now has him caught up in the corner. What's the reversals like? I mean, you have slower buttons here. Even throwing out some of these stand kicks could be dangerous. Could get DI'd. OD fireball for the knockdown. Back though, no. It's a back walk.
Yeah, but Samurai's still in a dodgy position until the Tiger Knee. So Enzo is definitely experimenting a lot with on-site Tiger Knee distances and trying to, find the marks where it can be plus on block, even against standing opponents and such. And he's been off a couple of times now, and this is just part of growing pains about learning a character. So I wouldn't be too concerned if I was Enzo or anything like that. So just keep at it. You're gonna get better at it as time goes on.
This lead right now, I wouldn't be too concerned about Samurai because you have such a big lead in terms of the drive gauge. You get OD fireball, goes for the knees, caught him ducking that time. And this is where the knees and all that pressure gets even more important to have to deal with. No level 2 reaction or level 3, your history. Enzo, 2 games on Samurai with the new DLC with the King.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I almost kind of wanted him just to finish him off with a charge DP, just raw charge DP, because that thing is so cool looking. And I love that they gave it to him too, because it's just like, you know what? The King deserves to have a DP that just hurts and makes you feel bad.
Oh, 100%. They took away the Karas, which is kind of upsetting for a lot of Sagat players, but they did give him that charge up DP, and you can like half charge it as well for certain combos. There's a lot of technicality with the character that you have to unlock. He's a lot harder to use, like right off the rip, than like I feel like other versions of Sagat. At least in recent memory, maybe that's recency bias, but it works out. We saw the damage that stumped out in the corner. When you're saying optimal Enzo, 2 games up on Samurai. Can you take it all the way and go to winner's side? Winner's finals, excuse me.
One of the funniest things too is that like whenever I'm labbing Sagat, I keep instinctively trying to do Kara Tiger uppercuts, or I think like, oh, maybe I can Kara Tiger uppercut here, and then I'm like, wait, I don't have that, never mind.
Yeah, not a thing anymore, but at least like his heavy DP does go more for combos, and like the other DPs, like that they're gonna be used for like anti-airs. But on the ground right now, Samurai is going for the jabs, looking for another throw. He techs though, gets some bar back, almost back in the green and full. It's gonna be a punish.
No.
A little bit more, but we get some distance off of that. Delays a little bit trying to find an opening.
See, again, the same thing for Enzo right now, learning those Tiger Knee distances right now. And also, it doesn't help that Akuma has one of the fastest walk speeds in the game. So, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where he's going to be on the field, especially because Samurai is doing such a good job walking back and forth, right? So
that positioning also is allowing him to get things like that. TK fireball for the finish, standing off set point, and now getting away punch against that crouching move punch. You know the entry tools of the character. How are we going to delete them? Samurai ready. Ooh, it's a gap.
All right. Yeah. Finding that gap and just going for the ODDP, similar counter to Jinrai, but as you see, as a result, Samurai with no drive gauge, and so that's why he's backing off and trying to build some range, but he's gonna get pretty much burned out here. I think he might have 1 pixel left. No, that was enough.
This character gets saucy. He's got to burn up. The reversal jab works out. Counter it. Enzo with the DP. Level 2 fireball to keep him at bay, but Enzo has so much more to work with than OD fireball. Try to go for the drive impact. Too far out for that. Oh man, if Samurai went for a different combo, could have got the level 2 built up. Could have had that as a finisher.
But he's got his drive gauge back, and that's what's important here. Gotta watch out for some OD fireballs from either one of these players. OD fireball could kill based off of, during a fireball war. There you see one from Samurai and Enzo being so patient right now. Oh my God, really?
He hit him with the impact. That's crazy. The walk down, the raw DI. Man, have Bar to work with. Bar at the bottom to reversal if he really wanted to. Set point for Enzo.
But it was smart because I was talking about the fireball war, and I think he realized Samurai was thinking about it too when he threw the OD fireball. So I think Enzo was like, no, you're not going to be ready for this because your back is not right against the wall. So it just might be something that you weren't thinking about at the time, and he was right.
Enzo, everything working out him. Everything working out at this point. Level 2 could cut through a fireball if he builds it up. Also, that could also be a little bit of an anti-fireball play. He's in the proper range to do it if he builds it up. Enzo just runs the Nexus Raw. Plus frames. No back though. -4 right there. Take back the turn.
Oof, no DP, but was still high enough. Remember, Sagat's a little bit taller, so got the punish on that dive kick into the super. It's going to be the level 2. He's going to go for the raid for the damage. And it's enough to kill, and Enzo is going to take this one over Samurai with the King, with the new DLC, and it looks like it's working out great for him so far.
I'm a believer. Sagat. Every time I see the character lose, I'm like, dang, it's so over. And then I see somebody win, I'm like, we're so back. We're so back. But seeing people develop the character in a way that's different than previous Sagats definitely gives me a lot of hope. And the way that he is playing, the way that his playstyle has been, it's like more like an old man has like possessed his body, and the way he throws fireballs, the way he kind of walks you down. He plays more like an older player, despite being like way younger than most of us. I feel like it's kind of effective to play Sagat in that way every so often with the drive rushes, sure, but the footsie game is insane. So I think it helps him to work out this version of Sagat, and that's why we see him in winners finals. Good stuff to him, but Samurai not out. He's only in losers, could get that run back. I'd like to see that run back because honestly, Akuma Sagat has always been a fun matchup to see. But we're really seeing something different coming up. Let me take a look at the bracket once again so I can remind myself. JB versus Mike X, so maybe gonna be Elena versus Rashid. Of course, JB on the Rashid no matter what. It's a spirit animal, so he's gonna be sticking with. But Mike X is a man of DLC. He does have a lot of characters. He can play a Terry, play an Ed, but the majority of the time, I see him sticking with the Elena and trying to find success with her.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see if Mike X is going to continue with this character. I honestly find her a very, very fascinating character and very different. And that's kind of one of the things that I like about both Sagat and Elena. You know, I'm sure both Sagat and Elena players would love to have a cancelable crouching medium kick, you know, but not having them kind of forces them to go other routes. And I feel like these are two of the more unique characters in the game right now. I mean, Sagat does a lot of the, you know, pseudo standard kind of Street Fighter 6 things. You know, they gave him like the, you know, the plus frames on the medium kick follow up of the Tiger Nexus, etc., etc. Like, so he can steal turns, and you know, he's got a lot of good frame traps and such. But he still can also play a little bit of like good zoning, and I don't feel like he plays very Street Fighter 6e. You know what I mean?
Yeah, traditional
like,
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying Mai, for example, is like the Street Fighter 6. She just does all Street Fighter 6 stuff. And it looks like actually Mike X is going to go with the Sagat as well. And you know, this makes sense to me because what he is doing is that he is using all the characters because he wants to get to know them. He wants to learn what they can do so that he can fight them.
I feel like this is a real Sagat, though. I feel like he's been... The way he's playing with the footsies looks like it might be a real deal, but again, he's been a man of DLC. He loves playing these characters, you know, when they come out and like trying to fit in the effective playstyle, does find the jump in. And on paper, I think this is not that bad for Sagat. You try to go for the fireballs, for the pokes, your fireballs are better than his. Your effective range can be better than him. And so I think it's not too bad for Sagat. Obviously, early days, it's not that bad for Mike X. One more touch, one anti-air, but he went for the low shot, 50 frames, too much startup.
Super Rashid the kicker.
With recovery too.
Gonna take that one for JB, and shout outs once again to JNV in the chat, by the way, who's always reminding us to go and check out that Matcherino. Make sure you put in your codes and everything, so that way you can contribute to the players right now. There are 42 codes remaining. Go, 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 go.
Get that money up. Free money. JB trying to make it free up in the corner, trying to go for the back row. We tech that though. Backs up for the entire heavy mixer. Level 2.
Yep, Sar coming out here. Oh, he got the shimmy twice, and he didn't get the dude 3.
He's all right, man. Pick a different character. Oh, he's sticking with him, but you know what? JB,
what is going on?
He's in his bag, man. Don't let him do it to you. We saw that at level up. Wasn't necessary.
Oh man, it's too funny.
Oh, same situation we saw before. He gets his sweep on one of the normals, gets a side switch. Now you're up in the corner where he can put the mix on. This is where Rashid thrives.
Now backing off as Duck King's little baby birds run across the floor, escaping from the barrels over there. Oh, jeez, the high tiger, it's so fast.
With the medium stuck in every so often, even with the jab right here. Pick up the level 1, not enough to get it done though. Let's get on that.
Everything he's got, so he's in a dangerous position here because if he still loses it, then he'll have spent that meter for nothing. And look at this. But he does have the level 1 tiger shot, the super ready to go, so at least he has something. Oh my god, he was pixels away from hitting that wall.
I guess JP didn't think he was going to follow up that stand like kick low fireball right after it. I guess he didn't think it was going to follow up like that, but Mike X doing whatever it takes to get that W. Gets around the board here, crouch fools with punishing his DP ender because you're up in the corner.
Oh, and there's the harassment tool, that stand medium punch. It's the most Street Fighter 5-ish medium punch in the game, it feels like, you know, because you could get like 3 or 4 in a row just by stealing turns, and it's so scary to challenge.
Especially up the corner, we can't back walk, and the OD fireball finds a mark. Okay, Mike X felt the type of way after that shimmy play. He said, not me, bro. Don't do it to me like that. I'll do it to you.
I'll have to double check it too, but you know, obviously, if he trades with a 4-frame light, I mean, he can usually combo the crouching heavy punch afterwards, and so he gets even more damage for you just trying to challenge that standing medium punch.
Yeah, this character is a trade monster. Like the follow-ups that he gets, the knockdowns right after, especially, fantastic. That's why, you know, you're looking for like counter hits, which just happened right there. You're looking for trades. It all works out for the character. Like, besides, I was talking to Jammers about this. He was like, besides like punish counter and counter hits, this character, you know, is a little middling, but when those things happen, it's great for him. The jump back fade with the jump medium.
Wow. Mike X looking so solid with this cigar right now. Yeah, there's the confirm. Didn't even need the super as it turned out, but you know what? Better to be sure than to not kill him.
100%. Don't leave this character alive. You build up a level 2 and, you know, just look back real quick. Perfect parry and the punish right after. Close enough to do so. And that's one of the problems with some of these fireballs. If you're able to perfect parry, get that drive rush stab right after, careful throwing them out that close.
Right. Goes in for the overhead. Good defense from Mike X. And there's that properly spaced tiger knee that we saw Enzo having problems with. Despite that, Enzo still made it through, and so if Mike X take this, we could potentially see a Sagat mirror.
Listen, I'd love to see, especially winner side of all things, the hope for Sagat players. In between the gap, couldn't get it even on block. JB hits a level 3.
That's a little bit of that knowledge right there for JB, knowing that, you know, when people are trying to especially go for a heavy Tiger Nexus, you know, that's just a turn stealing, right? Just like heavy Hashogeki, etc. There's a lot of that going on.
Can't be ready for it every time, but when you are, JB's able to get the W from that. Has been a lot of bar for that to happen. Mike X, almost full. Forward light, kick the step, kick gets a grip right after it. Drive rush, step kick, counter it this time, some more. Staggering standing. Look at the drive game.
Ooh. Oh, didn't? Oh yeah, he was almost burned out. Otherwise, I thought he was gonna go for the OD Eagle Spike to switch sides, but he decides he has already switched sides and he's gotten all the way to the corner. Gets a drive rush overhead. Now he just needs one more touch here. All right. Yeah, time to activate Isar. Oh, is that
gonna hit? It doesn't, not in time, man. Damn, I would have been sick of that hit, but unfortunately, JB had the spacing.
I like the attempt though, because this character's new. He probably doesn't know, you know, exactly how far it can reach and such. So he was like, you know what, let's just give it a shot. and it didn't work out, unfortunately, and that means that JB is up 2-1.
Over the fireball. So many ways to play around that fireball. You got your fast tiger shots, and now also Tiger Knee gets the target combo bounce. Safe jump setup, perfect break. Too many mediums, he's had enough.
I just love how it looks though, because you know that it's the very Muay Thai elbow, and it just looks like even when blocking it, it looks painful. You know, he's just like, love it.
They really did him justice in this game. They really put that Muay Thai effort into him. Differentiated.
I loved it. I love Sagat's animations are so good. Uh-oh, but burned out here. So this is scary times, and now you're gonna just take a ton of chip there, and the empty jump into throw. But I think Mike is okay with that because he's been able to survive this burnout pretty well. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you see him not committed because he's like, you're probably gonna hit ODDP or something like that, and that still landed a punish counter. Regardless, that puts JB on set point. Gonna get a counter combo off of this. Enzo with the eagle spike for the Oki. Backs up, looking for a possible reversal, gets nothing at all. Counter it on the overhead though. Mike X getting back to mid-screen. I like that.
Yep, nice. Confirm into the eagle spike. Into this corner pressure. Oh, we had the whiff right there, but JB was actually not ready for it. And here we go. Mike X gonna spend the 3 meters right here. Try to get as much drive gauge back as possible.
Slightly too. The Nexus, the whip punish. Back throw. Level 2 is gonna take the space. Gets hit with a crouching medium punch. Okay. Oh no! A little bit of a drop right there. In the DI, you are dead. In between the string, goes for the DI as the anti-Nexus play. 3-1. I don't know what that drop was. That could have been a lot more for Mike X's day of the game, but JB able to pick up the drop and carry himself to winner's side.
Did anybody when that drop happened? I swear I almost saw the match jump a little. I don't know if it was just my eyes or something, but I'm just wondering if there was like a net spike or something. You know, like was there a net spike that just all of a sudden caused the timing to shift or something like that? And if so, that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like on our end or their end. If man hit the Toke Tomer, Zalworldo, and then Mike X in the chat saying wish he tuned level 2. You lost a level 2, my bad. I thought you won a level 2. Hey man, you know with the character, it's okay. It's only been a couple weeks, and you still got loser side.
Yeah.
You might get your lick back. You might see you get that revenge.
And all the Sagat players out there don't want to see two Sagats in the winners finals just yet. They don't want to ruin that narrative right now, you know, that Sagat needs some buffs.
For the agenda. All for the agenda. Yes. But you know, the thing is, a lot of players are playing him though. Like I feel like we saw Pugera running with him, and I think he might be running him at Street Fighter League. So I caught his stream recently, and you know, a few other players are looking to like keep with just Sagat. So like might be seeing more of him. I see more of you hit that Matcherino, by the way. Excellent Matcherino. Put that in the chat just like that. You have a way to pay these players for free, by the way. So go ahead and run that. What's the agenda? Keeping Sagat, not nerves. Right,
by the way, shout outs to Muckmaster for the $5 direct contribution, as well as its floor for the $15 direct contribution. Appreciate you guys. It's $24.25 right now. 33 codes remaining. Get in there and contribute. It costs you nothing. Takes about 10 seconds to do. And we've got ourselves a Kimberly versus Chun-Li match here.
So from what you've seen and experienced, like, especially with all the Kims that we're seeing a lot of these days, especially with the return of Chun-Li, what do you think this matchup goes like? How do you think this matchup goes?
This matchup, I mean, what it's going to come down to is just how well Chun-Li can actually keep Kimberly out, because she will dominate the neutral. Chun-Li has better range moves. Her standing heavy kick is a really good anti-air for jumping Kimberlys, can even blow up elbows, you know, that are trying to stay farther away and such. Basically, I lose more to defensive Chun-Lis than I do to aggressive Chun-Lis.
Once it kind of throw out the buttons a little too much, you know, I see that. Doma kind of doing something similar in terms of being the aggressor right now, able to hold parry, taking away all the drive gauge, getting the Enzo to drop punish, pick up, but on the can, careful now, that thing is dangerous. Only goes for one, but the impact, level 3 right after this, is gonna be deadly.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably doesn't need to spend the level 3, but I'm wondering, right? Oh, actually, never mind. He already got the first round, so you know, I was like, maybe you should have went for the 3 for the power up, but you know, can't take that power with you to the next game.
Thank God, thank God. It was so quick though, Doma. One of the new players out here, perfect parry, and using a button right after catching Filipinoman, dashing up, very smart stuff, knowing the spacing, the timing with that perfect parry, tick throw, you know, up in the corner. This character can cook here.
Oh yeah, once she gets you in the corner, it's terrifying. What a whiff punish! Whiff punish into the heavy Vagabond edge, then an empty jump to blow up the perfect parry attempt.
Zero red, but wasn't counter hit. She gets a little bit more off the counter this season. Not too much there. Filipinoman for another overhead.
Ooh.
This man is an overhead orator.
I was just about to say, this is a tough situation for Filipinoman because he has a life deficit, but just like this, look at this, and the reset into the overhead. And you know what? You know what? When you get those drive rush resets into overhead, you have the right to chuckle to yourself. So you know what? If Filipinoman is at home chuckling to himself right now, go for it.
Got him. There's level 3 though. Doma gonna get that speed and damage bump. That means less interactions up in the corner in terms of like what happens with the mix. Full bar to go with drive rush crouch fierce to start things off. OD runs right back in or walks right back in. Excuse me, the throw. Calls up the parry attempt. Knocked down on the combo. That had to be a mistake. That definitely was not what Filipinoman wanted. Unless he wanted air legs and
I mean, there's a lot of things that could have possibly been. Wow, that crouching medium can just clip at the tip right there. But a level 1, is he gonna spend the can? Yeah, gonna spend the can. Getting to 1 cans for Kimberly is a little bit of an interesting situation because you can't reload. I think that is what he tried. I'm pretty sure that's what Filipinoman was trying. He was trying to go up for the air legs and just didn't let himself jump. Just pressed the button a little too early.
How he's interacting. He's letting Doma press that button right after, letting him win after so many interactions. Let him play his button with punish. Give the effective range for characters been made for footsies since Street Fighter 2. And that's a Sultan for the end. Game to game right now. Filipinoman cooking.
Yeah, one of the toughest things that I feel like, you know, when people fight Kimberly and they're not sure, like they think she's really strong and such, you have to kind of picture her as a very fast-moving grappler, honestly. Your goal is to keep her out, zone her, and take advantage of the fact that her neutral isn't particularly strong. Don't let her in. When she's in, she absolutely deserves to destroy you because she's gotten in. So that's the problem right there.
Look at that stand. Heavy punch, as I say, I see on the screen. Punish counter follow-up. You know, I feel like, you know, her neutral maybe isn't as good as other characters, but she definitely got some buttons you have to contest with. Stand medium kick, that stand fierce, and able to jail you up in the corner. The DI on wake up, put him back that bed, tuck him in. Doma!
And yeah, we saw a lot of very, very strong Kimberlys this weekend. You know, Matsu in particular just destroying people left and right. Oh, here we go. Gonna activate the level 3.
Again, damage and speed, boost it up. Drive gauge, almost at full. But, you know, able to take the throw. A fall back for that though. Run cancel. You see Doma sneaking those in every so often. Only DP on the heavy kick. Doesn't want no plus frames, no positivity out here. What a slide on the fireball.
Slide, yeah. But it was not one of the earlier frames, so it didn't get the knockdown on the punish counter. But it was still super plus, and now, thanks to that, switch aside did. Doma press a button, not at all. Doma gonna take game number 3. It's 2-1.
How many times have we seen like button in the run cancel really be real big good at it, right? Like the fact that he set that up to bait out that super at the very end, Doma. I see it. I see the vision within how he's playing his character.
Now what a whiff punish right there for Filipinoman. It hit really late, but is still able to get the reach for the follow-up off the stance.
Nice anti-air, perfectly done, and the perfect off the crouching light kick. Filipinoman back in business right now, getting around on the board, and it's a pretty dominant 1-2 at that.
I mean, and again, that's another way to beat up on Kimberly is get her in the corner like this. So, you know, you can defend her, like try to zone with her, but if you can, that was really smart from Doma to go for that crouching heavy punch. It caused, it was basically the counter hit against the knockdown, and there's not much Filipinoman can do because after the perfect parry, you can't do anything else until you beat the neutral.
And a follow-up after this, frame kill for the up kicks, super high. Can we get off this? Only a zero drop, okay. Okay, level 3, of course, off the Vagabond.
Yeah.
Routing with Doma.
Yeah, her routings have opened up a lot thanks to the double cans, because as you see, thanks to the double cans, you can get the torso cleaver to hit really, really high up like that, you know, because you can basically wait for the second bounce. Normally after just one cannon you throw, the only thing you could do was the OD air throw. But now, just like it opened up so many routes for her.
Stand Fierce is not worth for Filipinoman. He's been trying to utilize that button to counter poke the stand kick and Stand Fierce. Now goes for low and will get the victory. No bar at the bottom necessary. Filipinoman has been outside the ranges where Doma wants to utilize a Stand kick, Stand Fierce. It's forcing Doma to have to like dash in and take a little more risk. And we've seen him catch some walkbacks. Stand Fierce works out that time. Drive for a Salai, gets a counter conversion. Up in the corner after the top 2. What we doing? We holding throws.
Yeah, not sure what Filipinoman was trying on that wake-up situation, but it doesn't matter. He gets the hit here, goes for the side switch, because, yeah, I think he realizes, oh, no, Doma tried to press something in between, but Filipinoman didn't believe it. Doma didn't believe in that stand medium kick, which is going to lead up to Filipinoman getting the air legs against the throw, but now, wow, they're just going back and forth here.
The overhead, though, Doma sneaks that in. Send him off with a super. There we go. Doma on set point, though. All right. Some drops. I get it. You know, the nerves are trying to close things out. But I do like that Filipinoman, for his side of things, the defense, like every so often, throwing out the air legs in between some strings. We usually see that on like a wake-up scenario. I turn the tide.
Ooh, almost ran into that trade. That's fine for both of them. Sneaks in with the standing medium punch, and that is where Kimberly's neutral shines, is her walk speed. She can get into the spaces of the opponent. Just like that for that stand heavy punch, and no! Oh, this is gonna hurt. And he's
overhead reset. Oh, with a super to stop that from happening. Saves the drive gauge. No only DP necessary. I got the bar top bottom. The CA. That puts Doma in burnout. He has bar to work with. Tell me this man will hit level 2. It's a fireball. I know it's slow, but God, would that be sick?
Oh, he just checks into the level 1. He does have a can. This is gonna kill. It does. The spray can is going to allow Doma to move on over Filipinoman.
Man, Doma, you played that magnificently. I like the run cancel pressure to add some ambiguity in the match, as well as, you know, try to keep up with her Stand Fierce, with his Stand Fierce. Yeah, he got whip punched a couple times, but again, the walk speed makes it ambiguous when he's gonna get in. Once you get that level 3, you know, the damage just gets juiced up from there. Like, you know, Kim is a good character. You know, every character in this game is good, but you know, the way that Kim players are playing right now, there's so much variance in their playstyle. It's not about her being good, it's that more people are figuring out how to play her in their own way and fitting in their own slots, their own playstyle.
I mean, honestly, it's one of the reasons why I'm stuck with her, is because I swear every time I jump into training mode, I find I'm labbing something new. There's just like so much variance with her character, even before the double can setup, that she's just such a fascinating character, which is, you know, kind of why I was frustrated that, you know, I mean, objectively speaking, a lot of the top players rated her, you know, in the bottom portion of the tier list in season 1 and season 2. Right now, I don't think anybody would try to do that. I mean, she's clearly extremely strong right now, thanks to the double cans especially, because it also unlocked her damage too. Like, if you land a double bomb combo on somebody, like, I don't know what's going on with the scaling there, but it hurts.
You know, you just let it go. As a Kim player, you just say, oh, that's nice, and you move on. Well, you know what? I'm going to go make a tier list and put Kim in the top spot and see how much engagement I can get. We're going to take a quick 5 while I do that. We come back. More World Warrior action coming right at you. Don't go nowhere.
Damn fall. So let them pray for my damn fall. Cause I know I'm gonna make it. The crown is for the taking. I said I know I'm gonna make it. Y'all tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. I wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
And we are back with more World Warrior action. If you love Ken, you're gonna love this next match. We're gonna have more on the deck, and I know James, you're gonna love this. Yo, I'm saying Cola, I'm throwing my boy James. We out here for some World Warrior action. The third one, and we'll see what gets it done in terms of getting as many points as possible. Because as you mentioned, it's your top 3 placements, and it's got a third one, so it's time to crunch the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And so the next match that we are going to have coming on deck is going to be YJK versus iPeru. And I know you were talking about iPeru and, his Lily play and talking about, that character. And, as we are in a position where I feel like the tier list is so compact in this one, I think Lily could still use a little bit of love, to be honest with you. I feel like, I think she could get a little bit of help here. But again, she's a very dangerous character, right? I mean, we see how buffing small things or seemingly not huge things can end up creating, what's going on over here?
Just showcasing the match arena. Listen, y'all can buff up that match arena, hit them claim codes. 24 remain, and there's more than 24 of y'all up in this chat right now. So go ahead, hit that match arena, and let's buff it up. We can buff this up. Maybe we can't buff up Lily. We can buff this. Okay. Now, go back to what you said about Lily. Giving her a little bit of love would be great. I know that if we're the same mindset, it's a matter of the character being on the simpler side. So making her powerful and simple is kind of a shaky proposition.
What I was saying was, like, you have to be kind of careful, right? Like, so for example, for Kimberly, right, she got the double bombs, and then now all of a sudden she's just running around, taking names all over the place here. I feel like Lily has that same thing, and I've often said this, that it's her Odie Windclad Condor Spire is just one of the best moves in the game. It's a super good move, which is why everybody drive reversals it, right? Because then it's a 2-for-2 on meters and stuff. So that is its weakness. But
good point.
The way she is right now, if you buff anything else, she's just gonna instantly become like one of the best characters in the game, because I feel like Odie Windclad Spire is so strong. So, it's an interesting situation. Do you nerf something to buff up other stuff? That's the kind of mentality that I'm worried about.
I think she can stand for a few more things here and there, but she's just fine. I feel like in terms of being able to get like top spots out here, at least at like World Warriors or like, TNSs and stuff like that, she can cook. And we've seen her also do work offline. This character does have some bad matchups. I'm not sure how this one goes. I don't get to see it too often. I have to imagine that Couch Fierce being nerfed in the way that you can't just kind of send that button out might be problematic, and now you're in Burnout, which is super problematic.
Well, the hardest part for Lily here is that this has always been a matchup where Kimberly can just run over Lily in the corner, and now because Kimberly's corner pressure is even stronger with the can setups, basically I feel like it's gotten a little harder for Lily at this point, for sure.
Well, there with the perfect parry at least. Those game mechanics. Calls out the low right after. Condor Spire. Don't get tired. I'm surprised. We'll get the Crouch Fierce though. And the shimmy. Oh, the Mexican Typhoon.
Interesting. Still in range for the OD SPD after the backdash in the corner.
iPeru knows the ranges. It's an old school play right here. Nice interruption. Knows that's fake as well. Uses the stand light kick to start things off. Another Mexican Typhoon. 1/4 of your life gone.
Oh, good whip punish, but a little too far. And there's the punish counter with the slide, knocking down. And yeah, try to press buttons after that Spire, which is gonna get YJK hit here. And now iPeru is gonna have a big ol' life lead here. Wake up dash, I like that from YJK. And then the no shimmy right there. iPeru just standing still outside of throw range. You see the reach attempt by YJK.
Stand on business. Walk up stand. Middle kick this time. The button choice. In the corner. Calls out. Probably was a tap parry. Hits a heavy kick right after for the plus. In the OD knockdown. Yeah, this is the other reverse. They're both wanting to not be up in the corner because they both don't have good defense.
Exactly. It's kind of like who gets to run over each other first. However, honestly, like Lily, you know, while she can obviously be scary, I mean, she doesn't have like the crazy corner rush down situations. So it is a little bit harder for her. Oh, wow. So YJK is going to go for the level 2. Is this going to kill? Okay, it's enough. It's enough. There we go.
Optimal. Okay, YJK. Getting that W right there. And I think also holding the bar for like the drive rush jab to be able to whip punish was a good idea. iPeru starting off better, drive reversal, both about even, teleports in. From towards the corner. What's the Oki like? Nothing. Just waiting. Back in the corner, no. I thought it was gonna be like a back throw. iPeru just goes for the offense right here instead.
Trying to neutral jump right there to... Oh, and then just the raw jump gets out of the corner. Beautiful for iPeru, but he still hasn't been able to get Kimberly off of him. This is like the most annoying fly at the picnic. You can't get rid of it. It just seems to keep coming back.
So look at this man, a fly swatter. Dash up. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna save the bar for drive rush. Okay, I see you. You're keeping your bar up. For moments like this, a drive rush up, continue the pressure.
Plus frames. He pressed buttons, but iPeru missed a chance for the combo into the level 3. And that's going to allow YJK to take this game.
Look at what buttons he snuck in for that conversion. The crouch fears, found the fall to get enough bar built up at the bottom. All right, YJK.
Kimberly wins.
Okay.
You having a good day, aren't you? Being able to see 2 Kims on the screen, bro. Like, in general, we've seen 2 Kims in a row. You having a good day.
Well, I mean, it's just, I'm glad to actually see her be able to do some damage now, you know, to actually be relevant, just like I'm happy about seeing Manons and Marisas and Dulcims and Hondas, you know, like, it's always good to see the characters be able to be represented, you know, properly.
He almost got the sweep. He throw, he's gonna tech that though. Yeah, iPeru, the arc step. Nothing to do with the side. What's the punish counter with the throw right after though? He's still nice and close.
Look at this pressure again. I talked about this earlier, just having trouble getting Kimberly off of him. He does manage to jump over, but then gets hit by the standing medium kick into the drive rush cancel. Finally finds an interrupt right there. No free run cancels for you. That's plus, so good defense from YJK. Oh no, got caught. That's gonna lead to a level 3. YJK gonna take this round and get the power up at the same time.
It seems like maybe the nerfs of Crouch Fierce make that less of a spammable button to use like as an anti-air. So maybe that's why, you know, YJK had jumped at an angle where I thought I would use that button and he's not using it as much. You gotta use a different variety. I'm wondering if that's the reason why we're not seeing it as much as like an anti-air choice, or at least when it's like close up to do so.
I thought, you know, like the nerf was mostly just how far it hits behind her, right? I mean,
You might be right.
but so he should still be able to use it in a lot of the same situations. But oh wow, wake up buttons from iPeru, finding its mark. There's the empty jump into the SPD. Oh, he didn't confirm it. That is definitely a very hit confirmable Fierce. He's gonna have a level 2. He should be able to finish this off. Yes. And so YJK is going to go up 2-1.
He has been an absolute torrent of pressure. Dash up, stand light kick, stand medium kick, stand fierce. Using the drive rush to whip punish like Wild Horn if iPeru just throws out a bad button.
Tries to get it, yeah. And then finds Smart here and goes for the overhead, but the wake up drive reversal right there from iPeru, gonna keep him alive for now. Okay, yeah, plus frames. He hasn't really gone for Windclad Spire in the SPD just yet. So YJK has been correct, just blocking. Nice, air to air. Oh.
Pick up, back throw, switch it up. The stand medium though is a poke tool. It happens when you're that close. YJK tries to drive rush in. He waits for his turn, finds it with the stand line kick. You're in burnout though. I do like the fact that he jumped over, but you're still in the gray. You're still looking hella ash. Arcep, OD, Tatsu, super connects.
He should be alive after this, but one more hit's gonna do it, and it's just chip. iPeru did stand up and block in time, but he just got chipped out right there, as you can see. And now match point for YJK.
Word. Hits the brakes on the target combo. then finds a punish right after when iPeru tried to go for a button. We've seen iPeru try to go for like a stand light kick, a stand light punch, whatever in between strings. YJK calls it out. Drive reversal, back it up, right back in there with the drive rush low.
Yeah, YJK has been doing such a good job maintaining this offense, but good reaction, has the drive impact ready to go. Charges up for a win stock, gets another one.
There's hell of
Yes.
and burnout, the DI.
He should be able to kill here if he uses the level 3. Oh no, actually maybe not. Let's see.
Maybe need one more cancel, possible.
Yeah. I think Lily's level 3 does a little more damage than normal level 3s, I think, but I'd have to double check.
Yeah, when Spyro was able to save the day though. But when he got me, when Spyro got me. With punishes that stand medium, that poke tool doesn't get you like a lot of advantage, even on punish counter. YGK was still looking out for it. Perfect parry there. Stocks up once again. That's been the win condition. Getting in, drive reversal, let a bar spin. YJK got to get active and get that bar built up.
All right, here we go, back in there, and just the regular throw, just in case you didn't want to commit to the SBD. But now look at this, has the corner position, but the slide, and wow, it almost looked like teleported into her arms with that back throw. Here comes iPeru. Oh, what a sneaky guy, but she's alive. Oh my God.
Big catches the teleport, saw the smoke, said I don't want the smoke. iPeru evening it out. We're getting a close set.
All right. Yeah, but you can see right now, okay, yeah, that's actually really smart there from iPeru. He's been having a really hard time keeping YJK off of him, and so he's gonna just use a little bit of those drive reversals, and now perfect parries as well. So yeah, he's gonna focus a little bit more on the defensive side, and he's been checking the run stops very well as well.
Stand light kick. A little poke for the punish, something significant, but still has him up in the corner. Typhoon again. One more of those are the death. And iPeru just hits out the win spire. The raw sweep off the feet. Drive reversal puts it right back up in the corner. It doesn't matter. The crouch fears claims so much room. Set point for iPeru.
What happened to all of YJK's life that round? You just look up and all of a sudden he was down to nothing, and the crouch, he was able to use Kimberly's drive rush to preview what was going to happen, so he knew to cancel his crouching heavy punch into the combo.
One more throw, YJK. Don't get back to him. You're looking bad for you if that happens.
Here we go.
He's looping him. Hits him with a heavy. Don't press buttons after that. Just the net cutter that's blocked out. Crouch fierce drive reversal.
Yeah,
what's
here
game.
we go. Oh, the stagger on the crouching medium kick was just enough to get iPeru to stand up. Here we go. It's final game, final round. Here we go.
All could have been different. iPeru had landed a back though. Crouch fierce getting whip punish right there. Up kicks. It's on the can. The double can actually. Oh, you can't drive reversal that. Gets the pick up.
You can't do that. You cannot drive reversal when the double cans are set up. When Kimberly's got them Fruit Loops out right there, you have to be solid on your defense.
Someone call Phenom right now. Look at the damage. Drive reversal offensive style to put him up in the corner for a while, and it's over. Target combo. YJK keeps up the pressure and disallows iPeru from doing anything to this loser side. He continues his run to the bracket. YJK, more Kim, more action. This is all for you. You know that. They showed up for you. They said, James Chen commentating. Let's go, Kims.
I mean, again, a lot of it is going to come down to Kimberly knowledge, right? So, like I said, as soon as she gets the Fruit Loop set up, which I lovingly call that because it's two cans, right? So, when she's got the two cans out like that, like you can't do the drive reversal, right? So, with a little more experience against the character, when you see that she's dropped the two cans like that, you have to stay solid and not do so. So that's an avoidable mistake right there that happened on iPeru's side. So I really, it's going to take a little bit of time. I mean, again, like as strong as Kimberly may seem, oh God, we all saw that. Was it Shine versus Junior at EWC, and that didn't look very great for Kimberly there, right? So she's a character that you're gonna have to study a lot. So
I think there are things like, especially like that instance, like drive reversal is a thing that you're probably gonna do because you're like so afraid of the pressure that she puts up in the corner. So many things that she can present. So like, it's a bad option, but it's one of those options that you're taking because it's like, help. She's gonna hit the overhead. She's gonna do many other things like shimmy me, and that could happen to Mike X. But at least he has a reversal. He's on the Sagat once again. Back walking to stand fierce. That's the thing. The stand medium, if it's harassing you continuously in the mid screen, back walk away if you got the walk speed to play like that.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of reminds me of the JP match, right? Like, Sagat is good at keeping people away with tiger shots, etc., but it's just not going to be as effective against Kim, who can run and slide under high tigers and such very easily. But
damn,
it's a
shoot, a man punch from that distance. Yeah. That's saying like kick. God dang, Doma.
Yeah, if you can get Kimberly in the corner though, that standing medium punch becomes even more of a harassment tool because Kimberly has a hard time finding out of that kind of pressure.
In between the gap, yeah, try to go for the heavy Tiger Nexus in between that string, but that time trying to call it with the parry, toss for his troubles. That's like a Pugera special, like you kind of go for like a Tiger Nexus to outside the range, like make them go for that tap parry attempt.
I really love that choice from Mike X earlier where he had the combo on Kimberly, but instead of like finishing the combo to knock her down, he just canceled it into a tiger knee to give himself more plus frames. Oh my god! What the heck did that even just hit?
I don't even know. Doma's in there though. It's a front throw, or at least it might have been a backdash, I'm not 100% sure. Pick up with the heavy, gets a DP right after. Reversal buttons on wake up.
Oof, and here we go, gonna go into the level 3 because wants to get some of that drive gauge back, wants to get the power up, and it's round 3. So Kimberly's a character that likes to spend it early because that way she can get the power up. But wow, that jump attack was in time to hit the stand medium kick. Oh, don't do that to her leg. Oh my god.
You got James crying. Mike, you got James crying out here. Don't do it to my girl.
It's just painful looking, man.
It is really ridiculous. It's like one of my favorite supers to see. And look at the drive gauge. However, Doma found the spacing to play a button right after. Perfectly done. Doma did not panic, did not press a button. He see the counter with combos. He said, not me. I ain't gonna become a Twitter clip. What a champ DP! Mike X is on one. What a stoppage round start.
Oh, elbow coming in to play. And now in the corner, but a great reaction from Mike to get the DP. And finds the drive rush crouching medium kick as well. And yeah, you see now. Yeah, exactly. Now that Mike X has gotten hit after the medium punches are too far away. Oh, and now just a raw DP. That's not a punish, by the way. That was just a DP, and he just beat whatever it was that Doma was pressing at that time. Oh no, you're gonna get bounced like a yo-yo. Oh no.
Round 2.
This man stringing him up in the corner. Doma, game and a round up. Had the stamina kick buffer, interruption towards the corner. Actually, never mind. Vagabond into level 3. As you mentioned, never a bad time at the level 3. Other characters, it's like, well, should I spin it or not? But you want that power up. You want that speed boost. You make the interactions up in the corner less and less for the damage potential that you have now.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yes.
And that should do it right there for Doma with another Tatsu, and he's going to go up 2-0. Now, honestly, like, I think that this is a hard fight for Sagat, unless Sagat just tries to play it, you know, a little more neutral style, I guess. Try to take advantage of those long-range buttons that he has.
Gotta find the space, and Doma's been pretty good about chasing that down so far. By the way, that overhead does like 5,000 drive gauge damage, which is really cool. I didn't know that until someone pointed out. They're like, you know, the overhead does it even more. I'm like, that's crazy. He deserves it.
That is crazy.
Anyway, up to the corner. It's a defense like,
Cleaver.
You gotta be careful with that little shot.
Neutral jump to beat the tiger knee. I don't know if I've seen that before. Oh, punish counter throw. It hurts so much. Now you're burned out. Now what do you do?
Let's get the punish counter, but the super one wake up is gonna be Doma. Set point. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, if you spin the super in between, like during that burnout string, it's like, maybe I get some distance, but then you're still in burnout, you know? So do you wait for the next round, which what Mike X probably just did right there. However, doing it takes him to the other side of the screen, to the West Coast.
Oh, interrupt right there on that drive rush. Now here's a chance for Mike X to try to get in there. Oh, but the neutral jumps from Doma are causing Mike X so much headache right now. We've seen it beat the Tiger Knee, and that time we just saw it just beat the poke. And so Doma now on the verge of taking this 3-0 over Mike X. How much? He's got one more drive cancel. Can he get enough damage here? Tatsu? No, goes for the can setup.
Your life.
Defense, and actually one hit from Mike X can take this. Oh, that was almost it. No,
there it is. DP level 3 has
level
it.
3.
Doesn't have a choice. Spend it all to stay in the game.
But that's still not even one game. That's just one round here in game number 3. He needs to win one more round to at least get one on the board.
Whoever takes to stay in though, get that momentum back, like mentally. It's one of those things to get it back mentally. Now he has to already have him up in the corner. Can he keep? No, that's the problem. Is like you have these slow buttons that are good mid range, but Doma's just dashing in using faster buttons.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, knockdown. Always goes for the Tatsu there. Not gonna go for any of the try to reload or anything like that. He doesn't have any cans available to himself right now. That is, oh, did Mike X, he tried to throw, and he is done. As we see Sagat decorated with the spray cans of Kimberly in the sky.
You know, you said I've seen that cutscene too many times. And I'm just gonna press start to skip. So, good job for Mike X to get this far, you know, with Sagat. It's only been a few weeks, so I'm sure he will do better work later on with the character. I mean, it's only been a handful of weeks and we don't have so much data for the character. Like, even some matchups I look at, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And even other players, when I talk to them, they don't also know what to do. And this will probably be another one that they'll have to coalesce and get together and work on. But Doma, though, I mean, the way that he's been staggering his pressure, the way that he has been outside the effective range, the neutral jumps to call it the forward momentum or movement or whatever sort of move that's coming through, whether it be knees, the step kick, very smart stuff to have like that general knowledge of how to fight the character already.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But, you know, Sagat, like you said, I mean, it's just like, it's good to see people using him, developing more tech, and, you know, I think he's going to get stronger, honestly, over time. And you know, Capcom, again, I feel like has just been doing a phenomenal job with the balancing in this game so far. So even if Sagat, I mean, like, remember when Terry came out and everyone's like, Terry's not very good. And then Capcom was like, let's just give him this, like, a couple of things, small things here. And now Terry is just like an absolute terror, right? So
I think what's funny is that before he even got those buffs, people were winning with their World Warriors, like Oil King did, Jobby M did, and those players were like, you know, I'm starting to see the light with this character. It took him time to develop. Same with Aki. Aki was like, in the eyes of Hikaru in her first season when she dropped, was very much more of a like high mid in his eyes. So positivity is there, and we'll see more of that positivity rocking for more Kim as more of these players coalesce their game plans. Samurai on the Akuma still, of course, that is his flagship character. We've known him for years. The walk-up demon. I wish we'd see more of that, but demons aren't really a thing in this game as much, unfortunately.
Oh boy, the delay. You hit the standing heavy kick like that, punishing people who are doing like delay buttons, but it wasn't even a counter hit, so might have just caught Samurai and like try to jump back or something, but he finds the hit right here. Alright, trying to catch potential jump back, but oh no, and that should do it right there. Goes for the optimal damage combo right there.
Just to let him know, YJK blocking it out like a pack of Legos. The punish right after. Confident, walk up, stand medium. Almost got the whip punish on that fierce right there. Samurai trying to jump outside the corner. He does get some space, but this is one of those matches where I feel like it's not that bad for Akuma. He's got fast fireballs. He's got great normals to fight the character. Counter poking right there, and got the damage up in the corner where she doesn't want to be. It's even worse because his corner pressure is insane. What's the defense like, YJK? What are we doing?
Oh, and there's the whip punish right there. You know, we talk about how good her standing heavy punch is, doesn't have more range than even her standing medium kick. Oh, just OD neck hunter out of nowhere.
Standing kick, the drive rush from the low, walks back looking for the reversal or a button possibly. Yeah, he keeps walking back a little bit just to see what Samurai's doing. Gets right back in. He's gonna be able to get the win right here with the level 3. He's playing nice and safe, nice and cool, being like, okay, I'm gonna see what you're doing before you counter poke me with crouching medium punch. I don't want that to happen. No delay buttons. YJK, first game.
Kimberly wins.
Yeah, YJK looking so strong here, and definitely more like when you watch someone like Psycho play, he's very much, you know, about, because, you know, he lived with Punk for a long time. That's, you know, so he's going to learn that kind of neutral game and such. So very much more careful and calculated than you see a player like Matsu, who is a little bit more wild with Kimberly. And I feel like YJK fits on that side a little bit. He is all about this pressure right now. He likes to go for the run stop mix-ups in your face. Now that, of course, standing heavy punch and standing medium punch into run is a true frame trap if she goes into the arc step. So now you're scared to press buttons necessarily all the time.
Used to be an anime player, so I can definitely see the influence of, you know, that kind of play style. Didn't get a punish counter there though. There's a 4 fierce target combo, drive rush overhead, blocked out. -4, so walk up and take the turn. YJK was trying to do so, but counter pokes from Samurai have been fantastic. He's been using that crouching light punch a lot. And a nice little counter combo, try to reset with the overhead.
Good block. Good block. And now, very dangerous situation for Samurai. Burns himself out, so now it's even more dangerous. Oh man. Yeah, you gotta hold all this, but you tried to walk away. You didn't go far enough, but the wake up drive reversal, because of the burnout, slide was safer, but the whip punish that time, that one was just outside the range.
Stand right kick, perfectly done. Samurai getting the low right after there, having Tatsu take him towards the corner. Walk up throwing again. This is where things get dicey. You got the 4 shimmies like this. The damage gets extended because the combos are too as well. DP level 3 spins as much bar as possible. One more interaction after this. YJK, you better be perfect in terms of that defense.
Dude, it's 86 seconds left and Kimberly's already dead. YJK's already lost all of his health. Oh man.
Last cannon, man. Emphasis on the cannon.
Yep, absolutely. But again, like you said, glass cannon, and so it's not insurmountable for YJK, because look at this, he's got the hits, he's got a CA ready to go, he goes for the Fruit Loops, and he's gonna get the bounce here. Oh, doesn't go, oh, he went for the reset. I thought he was gonna go for the air throw, try to go into a level 3 combo there, but he wasn't positive it was gonna kill there, so he tried to go for the reset into the overhead, but had the ODDP just waiting for him.
Give this man a chance. Never give this man a chance. They jump set up after that. For the throw, Samurai's able to get some bar back, but YJK, as soon as I was going up him a little bit, got interrupted with the crouching medium punch. Towards the corner, pick up Odiazuna drop. Kicks.
I like that
for the frame kill.
YJK. He got shimmied a little bit earlier in the last round. Oh no! The cross up is just gonna find the mark against the stand medium kick, and now you're in this corner situation here. Meaty fireball, yep. Oh, but again, same thing that he just did earlier mid-screen, which is Samurai walked up to him on his wake up, walked back a little bit like he was basically trying to shimmy him, and YJK comes out with a delayed crouching medium punch on the timing that Samurai wanted to, you know, oh, he didn't with the throw, let me press a button. And he just got hit both times.
Samurai walking back though, using that stand fierce. These big ass buttons that you want to utilize to catch YJK pressing when you think it's his turn. So we see the slide now. I think to catch him that walk back a little bit. Love to get a punish counter, get a little bit more advantage. TK Fireball finds the opening Tatsu.
I was surprised he got, I didn't even see him getting hit by the air fireball. I was like, oh wait, he's getting combo. Oh no, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the drive impact, the off check. Oh.
It feels so bad when you got drive gauge to your name, but this is still not over though. Samurai's got some bar, but another slide again, catching him trying to walk around. That's been the best way to take him down. He's been going for that slide. It's not about, at least at that point, it's not about getting a punish counter or a follow-up. It's about catching you trying to walk away from that scenario, that situation, and try to get the kill. Knowing that you like to back walk, stand fierce, or maybe even 4 fierce if you'd like to get that button off, but mostly stand fierce. Regardless, you know what Samurai is about, and you've been checking that continuously. YJK is got that need for speed.
I mean,
he is not letting him go.
That's actually why I've said one of the best buffs Kimberly's has gotten is the fact that that slide will always be at worst +1 on hit. Because before, when you were walking back, if you slid there, you just got you couldn't get punished, but you lost your turn. So it was just kind of like feels bad. But now she can actually chase down walkbacks and get plus frames and a mix-up off of that.
Let's see what Samurai does to adjust right now. He's doing fantastic. Literally on the OD fireball every so often. So we see OD neck hunter. Now you see Samurai ducking a little bit more, but that may initiate more overhead. So
that's why that OD neck hunter found its mark. And wow, yeah, Akuma's heavy DP goes really farther forward horizontally than you think. And so a lot of times when Kimberly's trying to do the elbow to avoid DPs, Akuma will just still sniper, that's like side swipe her.
OD blocks out. I like that. Samurai not watching his toes though. That's the problem. It's like there's so much to worry about. You can't match play like you used to on defense. Samurai with the reversal buttons out, getting some distance with the DP right after. YJK, as soon as he gets knocked down, he finds a way to get right back in. 2 cans about to land, only 1. That's enough. Enough calories.
Yeah, and again, that is one of the biggest keys to the 2-can buff right there, is that before, if she didn't throw you right away, you weren't scared of throw. But now with the 2 cans, after you block an attack, you still can get thrown into combo. And so it is a much dicier defensive situation. Of course, the thing that makes it fair is that, you know, she doesn't get more cans and it costs OD to refill, but it's almost like a free guess for game that she gets to throw you in. She gets to put you into the movie Saw like 1 time for free during the match.
Yo, right now, Samurai, you want to play a game? See how long you can block. Oh, no, you're about that drop. Throw you the DI! Oh, the only DP, unfortunately, wasn't able to pull up the DI. YJK recovers in time to stay fine and gets the kill. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the new changes that happened this season. You can't just only DP the DIs and you just die for it. YJK...
Yeah, that's right. They did have that thing where it was like Akuma's ODDP like wouldn't break the drive impacts anymore or something like that. I forgot exactly. Like it was that one and another move that they made it so that it wouldn't hit 3 times against DIs or something. And that's an unfortunate situation for Samurai, but that means that Samurai indeed is out of the tournament. YJK is going to move on to fight Doma. So actually, I think that means we're going to have a Kimberly mirror.
Oh, wow. This is definitely a day made for you. I see chat going crazy for
Look, I'll tell you this right now, man. Everybody knows how I feel about mirror matches. I hate Kimberly versus Kimberly. I hate this match so much. So, you know.
We get to see it. Now we get to see it. That's going to be great, though. That's going to be sick.
Oh, man.
All right, chat. One more time for the one time. Match final, exclamation mark. Put it up there. There we go. We have more codes to run. There are 18 codes, and every person that claims a free code, James Shin will bless your next ranked match. Anybody that does the claim code from this point on will get their next ranked match blessed by James Shin himself. Do not let this go to waste. It's a one-time offer. Do it now.
Yeah. And Knowledge Brown has donated $10 direct contribution. And so, my son, Knowledge, you will be blessed in your next ranked match. You will have success. Success not guaranteed.
Oh, you put the asterisk on it? No. That's just a talk to them until they take the pill. That's the difference. Oh, man. Y'all appreciate all y'all that have done.
It's like guaranteed success of the ranked match. It's not going to happen. You have to make sure you're going to do this and still play your matches. There's no guarantee. There is no any sort of mystical factor. James Chen has no blessed power whatsoever, so you're going to have to still play well.
Oh my god. I remember as a kid reading all that being like, why don't I just die at that point, bro? If I gotta take this, I might as well just die, bro. That's just the end of it. You know what?
Oh,
these matches have been sick, though. I will say these matches have been pretty sick, and we're not going to stop. In fact, we're going to finish off today. Full top 8's on the way, and I think we're going to winner side right now to fight Enzo and JB. Enzo on the Sagat. We'll see what that got versus the Rashid Master himself, JB, back in business in the top 8 spot.
Yeah, Enzo in that match against Samurai definitely still looked like he was, learning Sagat. Still managed to take it though. So let's see what we can do to Rashid, JB's Rashid. And unfortunately, JB spent some of that drive gauge very early on. And as a result, look at this. He is already burned out in the corner, has absolutely no meter to, Oh, and he's gonna get out? No, dude, you see how far Sagat reached up into the sky? Wait, what, was that a lock? I didn't see that. Okay,
I guess that was a lockout.
Yeah, that was a lockout.
At least in terms of how that went out. Yeah, I didn't see the thing, but I definitely saw him not being able to ball slide it there. But Enzo maybe could have finished that off a little bit earlier, but you know what? He's sitting pretty right now with a lot of bar to utilize. It's hard to have that poke fireball sort of gameplay. Look, that trade not bad for Enzo. These fast fireballs, it's a risk on your side of things. Keeps the drive rush up. He's harassing continuously. Anti-air. Enzo plays like an old man from the arcade days. I swear he's like an old salary man. Like, welcome back, old salary man. Like, this is him.
Now, watching Enzo play Sagat right now kind of makes me want to play him now, because he is definitely doing some classic styles and strategies here. But no, that's the Street Fighter 6 right there, just fishing with that crouching medium kick, because it reaches so dang far.
DP level 3.
Oh. Get the tiger growl, and there you go.
Enzo the Hokage. This cat on the Sagat, already this good, already putting on this much pressure, already understanding the game plan, the assignment when it comes to fighting Rashid. You can clearly see the matchup knowledge, clearly see the understanding of, like, I can keep you out, you can't poke with your fireballs. If you drive rush in, you might meet when they stand medium kicks. Enzo, very dominant first game. We'll see how JB adjusts.
I wonder if this is a situation where maybe Enzo kind of has just now found his, I don't want to call it like calling, but like, hey, this character kind of feels good, kind of situation here.
Yeah.
Look at this. The footsies that he is able to play, the neutral that he is able to play with Sagat seems to be working really, really well for him, because again, not a lot of characters have the same kind of range that Sagat has on his normals.
He knows how to employ the economy of buttons too as well. He's not really spending a lot on heavier normals that are getting jumped in on continuously. Fireball game is backed up to the normal. C didn't get whip punish there. Does get the DP, get some more distance. And he takes the space. He doesn't just sit back and fireball. He knows that this is a new school Sagat.
Oh, man. And the way, see, we saw this against Samurai. Samurai was able to bait out the raw knees a lot better and get him to whiff. But you see how that is definitely a tool that Enzo is relying heavily upon. And the shimmy now here from JB, however, is going to allow him to get the comeback here in this first round.
All right, JB keeping this nice and competitive. Like that. Oh, do you have to have that expenditure right there to cut through the fireball? Arabian Psycho to get the distance and the Oki. Stand fierce, striker's throw. The corner. What's up? Oh, the defense is like this. We backdash, we avoid the throw, we get some distance off that DP. Drive rush overhead, blastings from above.
Alright. Oh, no, but he didn't commit to the drive rush cancel, but Enzo was gonna commit to all of the meter and take round number 2.
And like, you don't know what he's gonna do off a drive rush. We've seen drive rush crouching medium kick, which is hella plus. And then you're like, okay, I'll duck that, I'll dodge that. Round start level 2, really, JB? Just with that resource immediately. Maybe he thinks he can get it back as the match goes on, or he just wants that big lead.
Yeah, I think that might just be what it is. He just feels like whenever he gets the offense going, it's much better. So he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to use this as a very expensive way to start the ball rolling. And I mean, look, it seems like he's correct, because he just needs one more hit here.
It is, I think, harder for Sagat to make the comeback. Happy doesn't really have like that quote-unquote robbery factor. JP able to keep him at bay with that jab. Perfectly done. So the level 2 to start things off and kind of ride that momentum. No pun meant right there. Sorry, I took your thing. But like, I like that JP was like, if I can initiate this corner pressure, get that lead, maybe that might be the route to victory right now.
It's okay, Cole. I didn't invent puns. I only just mastered them. No, just kidding.
Ooh, hold on now. Hold on now. That's a bar. That's a bar, though.
Oh, wow. Confirm off of that standing medium kick. I feel like that's a very hard one to confirm, to single hit confirm.
If you're a Sagat player, you kind of have to be locked in on doing that because you get the good Oki off of that. It's a great poke tool. You better be on point with it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's that extended throw box when you activate the drive parry, but here we go. OD. Oh, dude, I feel like JB could have got a lot more than just that sweep.
Yeah, maybe didn't think he's actually going to get that new sort of interaction off of that, but we'll still get the super.
Smart. You're a screen away. You're not even thinking about getting chipped to death. Then he throws that OD Tiger, and then the super comes out, and you're like, oh, wait. And it's just too late by that point, you know? You just got the deer in headlight situation.
Backdash, level 2, activation. This is a great equalizer in any matchup. Remember that JB made that tier list that was like, if I fight with level 2 and if I don't, it was very different. I like the idea. I kind of like the idea of like how much he understands like how it shifts the landscape of a match, just in general for the character.
Oh, no screen shake that time again. Capcom always adding those screen shakes. Oh, he baited out the ODDP. This should mean JP should be able to take it with, oh, never mind.
Out of there. Plus though,
this is scary. Got him with the overhead. Finds the gap right there, yes. That target combo of the crouch medium punch, crouch heavy punch is not a true block string, so smart for JB to find that gap.
Once again, a lot of this stuff does have gaps in between. Not hitting it. Perfect parry, OD side switch. Spin that bar, put him up in the corner with the Raven Cyclone, goes to the low opener. Caught the back dash with the crouching medium punch. Follow up with the drive rush, you just won him in another form of a blender. The second setting of the blender.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Who's getting blended here?
Yeah. Oh wow, and he's gonna spend the level 3 right now. Just wants to put JB at, death's door essentially. Make it so that it's a little bit scarier for him to play. Steals the turn.
I like that with the Nexus. And wake up, very smart stuff. Too far for the medium to hit with the counter hit though, but you know it's a one touch to kill that drive gauge. Whatever follow-up that you want, crouch fierce up, get some drive gauge back, get the harassment going, enhancement, the shimmy with the stand fierce. Only the eagle spike is the ender, but has him right where he wants him.
Oh, I'm not sure what that drive parry was, and then it just goes for the ODDP, and Enzo the Hokage gonna steal this one, because he was definitely in a troubled situation, but that is the power of having an ODDP available to you to bail you out of situations like that. Yeah, for sure it's a, do or die kind of thing, because if it gets blocked, you die, but it's better than not having that option at all.
As somebody that's been playing a character that hasn't had a reversal like that, it feels so good to hit that ODDP to bust out. But I will say this though, I mean, we haven't seen all of them hit. So for Enzo to go back to that well and say, you know what, I'm going to find a time for it to do so. Perfectly done. He's 2 games up. One more to see Sagat in the winner side grand finals. We'll see if JP can stop that from happening. The knees are his.
And again, it's crazy because this is obviously a brand new character, but you also have to remember that means that, while you're still trying to figure out this character, so are they, right? So they'll get used to a lot of things like that Tiger Nexus whiff that we just saw. People will be more ready for those things because they know at that range, they just feel it that it can whiff if they cancel into it. So it'll take some time. So using characters like this early on and beating strong players isn't necessarily a sign like, oh my God, Sagat is broken, kind of thing.
100%. But Enzo, I will give him credit though. I've been seeing him lab things out with Hamada. That's why you see certain strings right now are killing the drive gauge on purpose. He said, if I don't hit you, the bob's going to hurt that drive gauge. Jumps away from the overhead play, the crouch fierce will whip punish the sweep. JB was probably going to send that button out regardless, but stays off set point, so it don't matter.
All right, gets the crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel. Goes for a simple ender because he wants to set up the Asar, actually. Again, very interesting timings. It's not like it was a situation where it felt like he needed the momentum, but clearly what it feels like right now is that JB just wants to have the offense as much as he can. And he's going to be building up a lot of meter. Oh, look at that, the stagger with that crouching medium punch. After the micro walk, here's the throw into the corner. And you see what that single Isar gave JB. So this is his read. I don't know if it's a read on Sagat or if it's a read on Enzo. but he feels like as soon as he gets the corner, he's punched his ticket to win. So that's definitely something that he's going to be focusing on.
We found a lot of reward there too as well. You know, besides the ODDP that we saw for the bust out previously, JB's front pressure has been ridiculous. Drive reversal now. He's out of the corner. Trying to go for the plus frame, so the drive rush forward head kick gets nothing at all. Tiger knee counter hit. Drive rush in with the crouching kick again, keeping ambiguous what he's going to do when he turns green. He's going to go for the overhead. Going to go for the low. Enzo has him locked down. Anti-air, of course. And again, look at the expenditure of buttons. Nothing heavy up in the corner. He knows that JB's going to eventually try to jump out. Doesn't play anything with a lot of lingering, recovery frames. He's chilling. He's on set point.
Oh, man. I actually thought JB was going in right there. Oh, just walks into the Tiger knee, and now drive rush into just throw here for Enzo. Trying to start that zoning game a little bit, but again, Sagat's not, I mean, he can zone a little bit, but he is definitely not a zoner because his pressure really does come from getting in close with those standing medium punches and such.
It's not the primary part of the toolkit for him, it's a part of the toolkit. It all works in tandem.
Yep.
Like kick into the fireball, the low shot, that's a very typical thing to kill the drive cage. Just hinder, that's attack a little bit more damage. And speaking about damage, incoming DP, a level 3, Enzo, the Hokage, gonna get the kill here and move on winner's side grand finals. Sagat only.
Wow, I echo the words of Chain in the chat. Wow, Enzo the Hokage. I'm gonna call him Enzo the Hosaget, I guess now, or something, because that Sagat is doing some massive damage here and doing wrecking shop here, taking out Samurai and JB back to back to get to grand. Like I said, maybe Enzo finding that character that really truly speaks to him here and could become a Sagat main lifer for Street Fighter 6 from this point forward.
Could be. You can pick a top tier character. If they don't suit your style, then you're not gonna get W's, right? You're only gonna go so far before you're like, this is my limit because I'm not interested in the character, doesn't fit what I want to do, I can't find my game plan around it, I can't, work what I want to do. And this may be a character that he plays mainly, or he plays in full, or maybe he has it as like a pick with his kin or whatever. Either way, the Sagat is good. The way he is playing this character is really good. Do I think Sagat's gonna be amazing or whatever top tier? I have no idea, who knows? But the way he's playing is giving me a lot of ideas. If you're a Sagat player, you should be happy about this. But he has not won yet. We'll see who faces him in grand finals. We're down a loser side to see who is going to make it out in loser side grand finals to fight it out. Hopefully get a run back or maybe something different than that, because we have 2 Kims to Team Kill.
It's right. But, again, Sagat may not be top tier, but sometimes a character can be top tier for a certain player, right? So, even if Sagat isn't top tier, he clearly has tools to win here. He's clearly not deficient in certain things. Now, obviously, as time goes on, it may turn out that there's a couple of matchups that he just hates, profoundly. But, I think Sagat has a lot of what it takes to win. He's clearly not missing, very, very obviously exploitable, he's not, you can't exploit any sort of particular weakness of his right now, as far as we know. So if you have a character that is in that state, certain players can gel with the character and really achieve more with the character. And that's why we have all these character specialists. And my favorite thing about 6 right now is that most of the characters outside of maybe a little bit of Akuma, most characters are, the character specialists are using them.
I mean, look at these cats right here. I think I've only seen them ever play Kim. And guess what? They gotta go up against each other. It's Kim on Kim violence. YJK versus Doma. Loser semis.
Yeah, and again, obviously, she's a character with very, very strong offense, and as I mentioned, she has very weak defense in the corner. Hence why I don't like this match, because it's just like when one Kimberly gets the other in the corner, it's just like the cornered Kimberly just can't do anything.
It's like, damn, I put people through this? That's crazy. Empty throw, calls out the tap parry. Doesn't have time to get that crouch fierce, unfortunately. Now Doma has him up in the corner. Toss it after the crouching medium kick, the shimmy, finesse and bless. Stand fierce, it all leads into this.
Yeah, look at this pressure right now. You can't press buttons in the middle there.
It's one of those things where, like, you know to not do that because you play Kim. You try to play around that idea. Like, oh yeah, they never, but that's the thing. They knew that you knew. Either way, Doma brings it back from the brink. He was about to get pieced up, but was able to get that side switch. Get that victory. Get that bar built up for the level 3 already.
Ooh, great whip punish. You see a micro walk forward and then backwards to bait that whip out of YJK. Here we go. Throw. Goes for the plus frames off the heavy kick. And another throw.
Arc step does connect though. Off the run cancel. Started that stand medium kick. Now it's put you in the corner. What's your defense like? Wake up! Crouching medium kick. Did not have the timing. He knew he didn't have the timing. He plays a low, hits a super. Doma, that is, you know your character knowledge right there.
Well, see, I mean, the scary thing about that is that absolutely YJK had the timing to get the media there, but he was doing the standing heavy kick in case Doma did the delay button, right? That's how that standing heavy kick works a lot of times, is you put a big gap that you can be jabbed out of or hit out of, but you're anticipating that your opponent is going to do a delay tech or something like that. But if your opponent mashes buttons, they will beat you in those situations. So you have to train them to make sure that they don't by making tighter frame traps.
YJK getting that lick back though. It's a super. Seals the deal. YJK. Get it back from the break right there. I mean, I like that. Again, it's a matter of, if you have the resource at the bottom, it's just, it looks like it's looking dark. Whoa! Walk back sweep.
And I see Mr. Danny Pham cheering for some Doma here, so I'm assuming that means Doma is a PNW player here. Ooh, gets the throw. Oh, and there's this, a counter poke right there. Not gonna let Doma try to steal any turns. Sounds like we have one more code to claim. One more code to claim in Match Reno.
He is taking a mad plus frames right there with the heavy kick. Crushing the kick, stagger the buttons, finds a button when the other guy ends a turn. Doma still gets a throw. Stand fierce one cancel. Almost got him with the shimmy. We'll get the counter hit there, the arc step.
Yeah, the frame trap right there. Can't press a button in between stand. Oh, what a whip punish with a drive rush. Crouching light punch. Oh, can he get the level 3s? Just gonna get it. He just got it right before that, which means YJK is going to tie it up 1-1.
How many Salon players are in this top 8, by the way, chat? You all can let me know. Shouts out to that scene, because I saw y'all have big pots every time y'all meet up, which is crazy. Y'all not pulling up, y'all messing up.
And the other thing too is like the fact that they are doing so well in these top 8s. And remember, Zach Boz didn't even enter, and he was in first place in points before this week. You know, is a testament to how much having that venue makes these players so much stronger, and how valuable it is to have something like that to make your scene stronger.
To pick it up this, you have a super to seal it right back at him. No, Doma. It's so wild because it feels like every interaction leads into like a victory, and the other person's kind of holding that pressure. Like, I don't have any reversal super or DP that can spin at any point.
Nice block on the overhead. That was supposed to be maybe a stand heavy punch. Came out as crouching heavy punch by accident. Oh, walk back sweep.
YJK has been using that a lot. Maybe it's like the call out stand fierce, possibly. Let's get the shimmy, yo. Doma try to do it. He's like, no. That's all about me. Don't take my stuff.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? You're trying to sweep my stand heavy punch? Fine, I'll stand heavy punch your sweep. And so here we go. YJK trying to tie this up 1 round apiece. Yet, I don't know why that worked so well, but after level 3, just walk up casually and throw. It's not even a meaty throw, but people get hit by that all the time.
Because of all the other things that she's got. She's got heavy kick, stand fierce. The speed is enhanced. It's not a meaty throw, but you're worried about all those other options. Like Chun-Li a little bit. Pick up here. Odiyazuna drop. Vagabond, push towards the corner. No tap parry attempt here at all. We're just blocking it out.
Yep, gonna check that run, stopped attempt, and then try to back off, but got caught by the slide. And again, it is +1. So oh my goodness, here we go, at level 3. from Doma. And that means Doma is gonna take the lead 2-1. And I already predict to see all of the cheers in the chat from the PNW crew.
You see that he whip punish stand medium kick of all buttons? Like, you got this character walking back and forth with a lot of walk speed. Stand medium kick of all things, Doma. Locked in, as I say this, I'm not cursive. Stand fierce, the shimmy tool.
I was told Kimberly stand medium kick is impossible to whip punish, so, you know, I think it was just luck.
You know, I think it's if you play Kim, though. That's the thing. That's how big your character is. Tatsu in there, keep the pressure up, finds a counter Kim first, and go to press the buttons when he should. Double can. Holding parry, overhead lands, though.
Yeah, but you're spending a lot of meter right here. Man. It is hard to do damage off of a raw overhead. It is really hard to do damage. But gonna get the trade, yeah! If you get that drive rush crouching medium kick and you trade, you have to be careful of those 4-frame buttons like that.
I like that Doma was like, I'll enforce the trade scenario before I even get towards the corner where burnout will be a problem. Set point for him. Side switch off the target combo. Crouch fierce, drive rush, the throw right after. Another one, no. Don't touch me. Can't afford this chain.
Oh boy, throw loops in the corner now. Tries to go for the standing heavy kick for the wake up drive reversal. Gonna get YJK out of that situation, but YJK on a precarious precipice right now.
Needs to kick right after.
Needs to win both rounds to stay alive. Gets checked into the drive rush combo over here. Gonna go for the level 3 here. Is this going to kill?
A lot of damage dumped out by Doma. A lot of scaling right beforehand, but it will land him further in the bracket. Doma moves on over YJK in a mirror match.
Doma doing some domage right there with the Kimberly and taking it over YJK in the Kimberly mirror match here, which I have a funny feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Oh man!
All right, that was dominant. Good stuff. Doma. Moving on, the bracket now has to fight JB and see if JB can get his revenge against the likes of the king that is Enzo, the Hokage that sits in winner's side. Yo, Khan, I saw you in the bracket not too long ago. There's a lot of people in the bracket that were doing pretty well. Again, it just is testament to like the West Coast having these powerful warriors, whether it be because they're going out to their locals a lot or they're grinding online. It's cool to see a bunch of faces out here that I haven't seen that much hook up competition.
Wait, who are you? Are you complimenting West Coast right now?
Brother, I love all the coast. I love West Coast. Don't try to sit here like I don't love the West Coast homies out here. Like they ain't my homies. Relax on that. All right, JB, my home. That's one of my boys right there. You trying to start a war? That's crazy. We already holding hands.
Shout outs to JNV once again with the what is that total that he's donated over here? Let's see. Like $130 essentially donated to the prize pool, and Rotary Lover with an extra $27.19 to undo well, actually no. I see. I think it was JNV was first, then Rotary Lover turned it into the 69, and then JNV erased it. So there you go.
Nice. You get a nice from me. It's a nice combo here from Doma. Golly. Doma doing mad damage.
Yeah, we are at $200 now in the prize pool. Shout outs to all you guys for continually donating week after week to these players so that, you know, for these Wednesday night fights.
I feel so good to say. I was never a part of the Wednesday night fights, but on the online stuff, that's where I got my start. So seeing it grow to this is something special. Enhancement could be incoming. He's going to take that throw though. JB with the shimmy, using that drive rush. Could have got a little bit more, but again, this is the effective range where Rashid wants to be. Step of the corner. Doma trying to push him on out of there. Stagger steps with the hit connects. Yeah, get that side. Now you deal with this pressure. So I thought till the bust out happened.
Yeah, and interesting enough, JB still with the advantage. Yeah, he went for that immediate kick, hoping that Doma would not have been ready to drive parry it because he wanted to burn him out right away. But Doma was aware, did drive parry the whole thing, gained all that drive gauge back, and now finds the hit into Vagabond into Ninja Superstar.
Back away from the throw though. He's up in the corner now, he's in burnout. Oh no, this is looking dicey. Doma still has a hand in the pocket, sets it up for success, gets a pickup, crouch fierce, up kicks.
He's gonna get
this Azuna drop, excuse me.
Oh, but yeah, he extended the combo that way, which was really smart to make sure he gave himself enough meter, basically enough hits to build up to that level 1. That was really intelligent routing there by Doma to make sure he had the level 1 on deck.
Even before that, checking the drive rush. I love seeing players know the distance for certain things. What another player can and can't do to drive rush up, and what to check, what to challenge with. It won't be perfect every single time because there's variance there sometimes depending on if the player backs up a little bit, but Doma's been damn near picture perfect so far.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's why a lot of people do drive rush into like a special move or certain one of those moves with the backswing blows, because then if you know people are going to, trigger happy, try to check you, then they get hit by those kind of things. Or you can just be like Boost and just do drive rush into level 3.
And then there's drive rush fireball into quick burn, things like that. A lot of variance, So we'll see if JB has something different, like maybe drive rush fireball. On his side of things, like kind of catch Doma off guard. Raw sweep, the dash up throw. Don't play like he has full health. He's trying to go for the DI, but JB, I do believe, is under 30.
And that was a fast counter DI as well, man. Like, I felt like, what did he hit? I just saw Rashid do this overhead and Kim just get hit like 2 characters away. Oh no! Just walked into that, but then JB drops the combo there. He almost seems like he wasn't ready for it either.
In front, of course, Doma hits the heavy right after on the wake up. Tatsu, not gonna spend any bar for no OD or no pickup like that. Next interaction though, painful. Walk up, counter hit comp. Oh my god. Doma's timings on his buttons are crazy. They are tight crazy.
And that's gonna be the power up to end round 2. Very, very common way for a Kimberly to win a round 2 if she's lost the first one. So here we go. We've got the powered up Kimberly. Oh boy, round start Isar, like we saw earlier against Enzo.
Try impact, to get the splat. A little bit of scaling on this, of course, but looking for that mix up right after. Again, counter poking. Baits out the drive reversal, or just wait in general. Works out regardless. He's got the lead drive gauge.
Yeah, the defense from Doma in the corner has been so good. He's been able to stave off a lot of that pressure. And again, that's one of the ways that you kill Kimberly is by pressuring them in the corner. But like I said, Doma has just been so patient, has pressed the right buttons at the right time so often. People have not been able to take advantage of this character being in the corner.
Doma has been so good about the confidence factor too as well. You see the walk up jabs, waiting things out. Even that right there, just waiting for the proper moment to sit that stand fierce, get that counter combo taken towards the corner, call the tap parry, put JP on the back foot, which you don't typically see. Forcing him to hit that ODP, but that's a lot of bar spinning already. JP gotta be careful, he's in the yellow.
Oh no, he went for the parry, was expecting a counter poke, and so all he do, wow! All of a sudden, Super Rashid the kicker out of nowhere. Checks.
Fireball.
Checks. Yeah.
I wonder if that fireball is just kind of like put up that wall, but Doma is not afraid at all. Yeah, knows there's a gap in between that, gets a jab counter hit. Knocked down with the eagle spike, that's Oki. Slightly late throw, maybe looking out for the super.
Yeah, and the cross sub, he wasn't ready for it, and what a play from JB right there. He was burned out for a lot of that sequence when he got all that damage, so he just did a great job having that offense despite not having any drive gauge. Oh god, you just walked into the stand heavy punch.
Again, so confident. Perfect parry though. You have to turn blue a little bit more. It's hard because his character can go high-low. Super baited. He waited, and that was perfectly done, JP. To get a nice little push off this using that Radiant Cyclone, and another setup for another mix-up. However, Doma's reversal Abare buttons. Yeah, I even hit the Abare for him. That's how good it is.
I told you, man, his defense in the corner has been immaculate. And oh, he just got what?
Brother,
Wait, what's going?
the DI blew through the level 2. Can't do that, not against Doma. And again, for him to understand what JB wants, we've seen JB go for crash first activation a lot. Typical thing for Rashid to do, especially when they're on the back foot. Hits the DI, blows it up. Set point for Doma. Is he gonna take down JB 3 games?
Looks like he is setting himself in that position. Here's that. Oh no! How did that air eagle spike just miss? It just didn't hit at all. And that means Doma gets the counter hit on the crouching heavy punch. And look at this damage. Just needs one good mix-up. Baits out the super Rashid kick. And that'll do it right there. Doma takes it 3-0 over JB.
Yo, ain't Doma like a younger player? The way that he is playing with his confidence on defense, on offense. This, again, we just mentioned it at the beginning of the show. We said that the Kim players have been finding their own ways to play the game, how to play their characters, differentiate themselves. Kim has gotten stronger, yes, but these players are finding other ways to operate with the character. If you don't have like a wake up super, your innate defense better be on point. And that's exactly what's happening to Doma. This guy is, he's fired.
It's cooking.
The Salon, Seattle, go, you know what? Can y'all follow Danny? He gonna post up with the Salon open. Y'all better pull up. Y'all see the killers that are out here? Y'all see this? Y'all could be this. Pull up. They got pots. They got a beam in the pot, don't they? Pull up.
And this is what makes it so crucial to have these kind of meetups. And again, you know, it's not even just that, you know, oh, okay, they have these weeklies, they meet up and talk, but like it's in person. These guys get to, you know, ask each other questions and having that kind of interaction. I've always said trying to become one of the best players, you know, requires a lot of the times, you know, that kind of discussion with people. I'm like, you will very rarely find a player who has become a top player by themselves. That is not how fighting games work. That is just not how they work. You need feedback. You need to give feedback. You need different perspectives. You need people to have different ways to look at the game, and you've got to absorb all of it. And that's how you become one of the best at fighting games. And again, having a great local to go to play consistently just breeds that kind of you know, top players.
People, you saw the match, you know, it goes a long way for these kids. There are 2 kids at grand finals. I don't know how old Doma is. I'm just gonna assume that he's much younger than us, so he's a kid to us. You know, they would have bought their juice boxes, their applesauce. Let's juice up the Matcherino before with this grand finals. Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. Get a way to juice it up, just like that. Very easy to do. But yes, grand finals will be of the younger generation. Enzo the Hokage versus Doma as our 3rd World Warrior for West Coast. I did not expect it, but let's get it.
And like I said earlier, I feel like Kimberly does fight Sagat fairly decently, so we'll see if Enzo can find a way to get through this. But Enzo has already surprised us, you know, with a win over Samurai and a win over JB. But Doma is on fire today. Like, he feels like a man on a mission right now. Oh.
So it's Enzo, that crouch kick just not a cancelable button. Try to play the stand fierce, got jumped in on. Doma getting aerial with the jump man. When he times to the super, he won't kill.
Round 1 to Doma. Doma fought Mike X earlier, if you remember, and he 3-0'd that Sagat. So let's see if he could do the same thing here to Enzo the Hokage, but he needs to win not just 3-0 one time, but he's gonna have to win another 3 after that as well, because he's coming from the loser side of the bracket.
It's a tall order. And you got school tomorrow? Careful now.
Oh my goodness.
Joe's trying to make this quick. This time buttons. Watching like he's trying to stick that in. Trying to go for the Nexus to catch the walk back. Got nothing at all. Another super that can fall. Doma, first game on the board in this grand finals. staggering the pressure, make it hard for Enzo to read what he can do. And sometimes it's hard to play some of those buttons that you'd like to off the crouching jab. You can't get like a nasty fall because that crouching medium kick doesn't lead into too much unless like you drive rush and cancel off that first. Like there's no cancel from it normally. You need like a drive rush into a button right after or medium.
Now, what's fascinating to me here is that, you know, obviously Enzo trying to learn the Sagat over here. If the first set doesn't work out for him, like I said, it's good to keep playing these secondary characters to make sure, you know, you could get better with them, play them under pressure. But I wonder if Enzo might even think to himself, like, I want to see if I can actually beat this guy with my Ken, you know?
Listen,
I wonder if that's the thing.
Don't put that evil out there. I just want to see Sagat on my screen. That's all I want to see. Let's go, Enzo. I need to see more. I don't want to see him switch, but you know, if it has to happen, we'll see what happens. Right now, it doesn't have to happen. It finally gets a counter combo, the one he wanted before.
Wow.
Using crouching medium punch instead of crouching medium kick. I like that adjustment, but again, you have to be close enough for that to happen.
I like that drive rush into just kind of seeing what he was going to do, maybe trying to bait out a level 1 or a wake-up drop. Wow, that crouching medium punch just sniped whatever it was that Kimberly was doing. Enzo not going to spend the meter yet. Did he do something? He baited it. And there we go. That should be game number 2 to Enzo. Doesn't even need a single bar of that super. Yo.
Damage worthy of a king. Enzo, honestly, I like the fact that before he did that same setup, he went for a throw, and I'm sure, you know, Doma watched that and said, okay, maybe he'll play a button after that frame kill. That time, just wait. I like that from Enzo, switching a perfect parry on the knees. That is a reactable thing. I do think that people are getting better about like DIing it. You can DI perfect parry. You know, it's obviously riskier, but
yeah. Well, as I said though, like that's when you start doing the lighter tiger knees, right? If you start doing the light one, it just misses, and they whiff their drive parry, and then you can just go up and throw them. So there is a little risk once it starts getting to that level. But you know, obviously Enzo probably hasn't had it perfect parried like constantly, so that he feels like he knows where to start using the whiff knee in the neutral.
Those holdovers from his other Shotos that he's played was the crouching medium punch. You see it really effective in this match so far. Counter poking Doma ranges where he'd like to play. He'd like to go for like a fierce. That's plus. It's plusing with the stand medium. You see him also staggering a little bit just in case.
Yeah, that tiger greed, or greedy tiger as it's called, but I just like calling it tiger greed.
Tiger greed. That's a weird name. That's a sick one. All right, you got one, Sagat. Up kicks. All right, Vagabond in level 3, of course. Never a bad time to turn up the volume.
Here we go, corner pressure time. Oh, checks the run stop. And then you see the rate. Oh, if he had just jumped and done nothing, but doesn't matter. He gets a static medium kick anyway. Doma, round number 1 in game. I'm saying round number 2 in game 3. Who's going to take the 2-1 lead?
Taco climb if Enzo gets this, because he'll be on the corner point. Doma! Oh no, we might be going there. That's a big bait. He's not going to go for the super just yet. He's going to take him towards the corner.
I do understand that super right there, because obviously he hits you with that overhead ender. He is +3, and it's a scary mix-up. And punish counter throw.
Yeah, he baited out with the Tiger Nexus.
Yeah, nice. Not going to let him get away with that Tiger Nexus like that.
Overhead, that's plus. Like that string right after, it's going to kill some of that drive cage. Go for the overhead. He's holding parry for life.
Any hit now from either of these players could potentially kill. Again, the perfect parry, so it's a lot of scaling. Can he get enough life down so the level 2 will kill? I actually don't think this is going to kill. And so...
Full time of death.
Yes! Oh my god, it is dead. There he is. Wow. Even with all that scaling in the front. Even with all that scaling in the front.
You know, it's rare for me to call that, but you know what? Good stuff for Doma to optimize. I feel like watching him play, I feel like if he's going to go for a super, he's going to definitely, like, he's going to kill. You know, I feel like he's been so optimal today, I trust in Doma more than I trust in myself. It's a slogan, trust in Doma.
Oh,
Fake
yeah,
out
tried to
drive
bang
rush.
out the wake up DP, but I wonder if that avoids Sagat's DP, because Sagat's DP goes mad far. Oh, he got hit by a tiger shot and said, I don't care, I'm just gonna press buttons anyway.
Standby kick. Stamina kick the poke back though. A little more range on what Sagat wants to do in that area. Backdash, gets a punish counter. DP. Oh my god, go for that counter combo. Light, stand fierce, into super. Gets the lead. Doma looking to reset that bracket.
Yeah, he can take this one. It will be the bracket reset. Let's Enzo can find something, and that's a good start right there. ODDP, but just dashes into the crouching medium punch, and we have a bracket reset.
We saw it happen before, and we're seeing it happen right now. Doma disallowing any sort of dash up, drive rush, doesn't matter what it is. If you go for the knees, he's perfect pairing it, all right? This guy is ready for any sort of things that he see that have momentum behind it, where he's sort of move, he ready. So with that being said, if you're Enzo, what's your switch up? Is it more fireballs? Is it more OD fireballs? Is it more economy of certain sort of buttons? Do you drive rush up a little bit more to make it more ambiguous? I'm curious. Do you drive rush these? I don't know. We'll have to see what the switch up here is from Enzo, because Doma's been so ready.
It's just, I mean, at this point in time, it's just this corner pressure I feel like a lot of. And also just Doma, he's so, I've been using this word a lot recently, he's so kinetic. It's just so hard to figure out what he's doing because he just never stops moving. And see, even there, using the drive rush to look like he changed up his options, but instead just goes for the throw anyway. And now a raw jumping, but what happened? It was like, he was so surprised that he got that jump in that he didn't even have the combo afterwards.
Interrupt the step kick though. Again, Doma just, he sees something move, and he just, bam, there.
See, at least I can understand why Uriel wants Kimberly banned, because he's got to fight Lugabo all day, right? Like, that's, Lugabo was winning with Season 1 and Season 2 kids, so I don't even want to know what Lugabo plays like right now, man. Oh, God.
It's probably getting worse out there. It's probably getting dark. Doma, though, it's looking a little dark here for Enzo. Finds the answer with the crouch fierce. Of course, stays in front. It's a throw. And another one to seal the deal. First game after the reset, Doma is disallowing Enzo from doing the things that he wants to do. He even went for the step kick, and that got pulled back.
Yeah.
Look at the confidence!
At this point in time, I just feel like Doma smells blood in the water, so he's just gonna go ham and go as offensive as possible. Keep trying to go for these throws, but okay, nicely done for Enzo to not actually get baited by that. He actually read the shimmy and pressed the button at a good time, but again, look how quickly Doma has gotten back in. And despite the fact that Sagat has really long-range buttons, his foot speed and just, you know, his mobility still makes it harder for him to really punish Kimberly, you know, with those long-range buttons.
It's one of those problems where, like, you have the long reaches you mentioned, but the buttons are slower. So if Doma encroaches in a space where you can't play those buttons, guess what happens? Counter hit, counter hit, counter hit. Doma knows it. He's got the walk speed to inch on it. He's got the buttons to do so. Drive rush, crouch fierce, and he's got the combos for the perfect KO. He is already on game point, but we just reset the bracket. But you know what? Mom is knocking on the door, asking if your homework is done. All right, you got school tomorrow. It's time to go to bed. But someone's gonna go to bed upset.
This is the first set, right? I mean, it's just 2-0 in the first set because I feel like, you know, it's been so fast, right? There's no way we've played like 5 matches.
Oh, we're here, baby. This might be the final one. We'll see what Enzo does to get it done. He might have to drive reverse a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not like watching this matchup a lot, so I don't even know what Enzo has to do right now. But Doma is doing the thing that Tokito has mentioned. If you're running into a new character, you better get aggressive and get active on him. That is the best way to play. If you don't know the matchup in full, rush him down.
I mean, I'll tell you this right now. Like, what I'm seeing here right now, I feel like is just Doma is in Enzo's head. Like, he just knows exactly what Enzo wants to do, when he wants to do it, where he wants to do it, and he is just blowing everything up. But that is a nice trade combo right there for Enzo. I feel like Enzo just has to kind of syncopate his timings a little bit more and try to do some more off-kilter stuff to catch Doma off guard.
As simple as it is, Perfect Parry definitely is going to help out. I know it's harder this season, but you got to stop that momentum somehow, some way. The stand meter kick comes right back into play up in the corner. Baits out another OD DP. That's easy bait up, and it's another level 3 popped off here for Doma to lead up, to take that drive gauge, to get the speed and damage up. Oh, it's looking bad for Enzo right now. The DI's at burnout.
Yeah, I mean, one more throw will do it. Wow, a tech. Now, Enzo could still take this on a single hit. Oh, what? Yo, the whip punish on the slide with the Tiger Ray. Enzo is still alive.
The heart's beating. It's not over. He's out of hospice. He's fighting back. Plus frame. Go for the throw this time. He's been doing stand medium a couple times. Switch it up, throw a throw in there. Switch up the options. Interrupts the Tiger knee. Stand fierce punish counter, pick up incoming. Azuna drop.
See, those are those kind of little autopilot timings that Enzo's got to change up. Doma just, walk back, heavy punch, and spacing trapped Enzo. And now look at this pressure in the corner over here. And just walking right back into the range.
Approaching the throw. Punch kind of throw will definitely hurt right now. Any throw stays a breeze will kill. It'll be jabs, and Doma takes it from loser side. Is your champion of Wednesday night fights, West Coast World Warrior. So
and you know what he said? He said that, okay, Zach Boz might not be here, but you know what? I'm going to hold it down for the PNW crew. Doma taking first place here in week 3. Going to be picking up a lot of points over here. I'm trying to find the points over here, but unfortunately my cat is moving my mouse and I cannot find the tab, so I'll find it later, but oh, here it is. Oh, Nathan, please stop. Nathan, stop, please. All right, there we go.
Hi, Nathan. Oh, while we're here, one more time, up the Match Reno, exclamation mark Match Reno. Hey, by the way, shouts out to Zenny, help put this on. Appreciate them. Always see what they be doing. And also, y'all can go visit Doma EX, or XD, excuse me. You see it on the CFN in terms of his Twitch name. It's up there, so go visit him. I just saw a stream today, and I was like, dang, you are young. So that's super cool to see Doma switch it up with the Kim, take the tournament.
So here's the thing, right? Doma right now in 15th place with 16 points, and it is the top 3 finishes. So obviously, this isn't going to necessarily help get him significantly higher in the standings. However, if he could keep this up for 2 more weeks, he could easily vault himself up into the the leaderboard and be like top 3. If he can do this another 2 weeks for the last 2 weeks, because again, it's only the top 3 scores during this tournament. So, he's gonna get a ton of points here, and if he could do it again next World Warrior and the last World Warrior after that, he will be in the finals, and he will be trying to get that spot at Capcom Cup.
Doable. Still contention. We still have a lot of players out here in that top spot, all vying for the points. We got 2 more monthly tournaments to go. Y'all make sure you pull up and sign up as soon as they're open. And go check that out on the WNF Twitter. People, appreciate being guests out here. Thank you so much, James, for commentating with me and letting me hang out with y'all. West Coast, where I got my start in terms of commentary online. Appreciate just being out here with the West Coast homies and seeing some great Street Fighter 6 action. But you know what? This is your home turf. I'm gonna let you close it out.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to see, though. It's good to see West Coast starting to get some of these new players showing up and doing some damage here. And again, if you guys want to level up, just really honestly, take a good look at what the Pacific Northwest is doing, with the Salon crew. Just really use that kind of as a roadmap. Start trying to build some locals, get it. And again, the key to making one of these locals succeed is consistency. you know, if you're running these locals, if you're trying to go to these locals, a lot of times you're like, I don't feel like going. But, you know, if it's every week, you can plan your week ahead of time for it. And then if you're organizing it, I know there's a lot of times where you're just like, man, I really don't want to do this today. But, you know, you got to do it. And you build that consistency. Then people can start planning their week to make sure that they go. And that's how you build the scene out there. And you can see clearly the results that we're getting, that they are getting from that scene out there. So again, great job to all the guys in the PNW, and let's keep West Coast strong. Let's go. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time here for World Warrior US Canada West. Peace.